Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial with the Incognito Tutor. Today with me I have the Filmora X full tutorial video. Before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for instant notice of new videos. Once you have successfully opened Wondershare Filmora X, you will see a window like this. There are three main sections of the Filmora workspace. On the top left you can see the section where you insert your media files and the other tabs such as media, audio, titles, transitions, effects, elements, and split screen. On the top right you have the preview screen where you can preview the edits that you have done before exporting. On the bottom, we have the timeline where all the editing takes place. Also, you got different tools on either side of the window. I will get to it in another few minutes. To import media, click the plus button or drag and drop media from your computer. Once you have the media files that you want to import, click open. You can either directly drag and drop the media file to the timeline, or you can trim a real-length section of the media file and import it. To trim the media file, double-click on the media file and it will open in the preview window. Here, take the point to where you want the video to start. Then click the mark in button, mark the start point. Drag the point to where you want to end the video and click the mark out button. Now, when you drag the media file to the timeline, the video will be trimmed to your desired section. You cannot edit your video leaving it this small in the timeline. This is when this toolbar comes in handy. You can click the plus button to increase the timeline length and vice versa. You can left click and drag the timeline to increase its width. Or you can simply click the zoom to fit timeline button to make your video exactly fit the timeline, depending on the resolution of your computer. If you take a look at this toolbar, you can find the most basic editing tools such as undo, redo, delete, split, and edit. Once you select a video, you will be open to more editing tools such as crop, speed, color tools, green screen, and motion tracking. If you want to split a video, simply click on the split button on the toolbar or the one on the playhead. Once you have split the video, you can move the split section to anywhere on the timeline. If you want to mark a specific point where you want to add something later during your editing process, you can add a marker by clicking the Add Marker button. If you have multiple tracks with different media, and if you do not want to mess the tracks up, then the Unlock Track and Show Track buttons come in handy. When you are editing in multiple tracks, you might accidentally drag and drop media files in incorrect locations, which can result in ruining your video. Simply lock the unused tracks by clicking this button. This will lock the track, thus preventing it from being edited or others' files from entering that track. You can use this button to hide or unhide your track, which can help you view the before and after look of your track after adding effects. You can use the Manage Tracks button to add a video or audio track. No video will look good without background music. You can add background music by clicking the Audio tab, and you are open to a whole stock of royalty-free music. Once you have selected audio, drag and drop it to the timeline. You can reposition the audio, but either using the split tool or by left-clicking and dragging the audio from either end to your desired length. Now I will show you what the auto ripple button does. Once you have a piece of split footage that is useless, you simply select it and delete it. Once you delete the footage, if your auto ripple is turned on, the rest of the video that is after that relevant piece of footage will automatically join to the other clip covering the gap left. Sometimes this can be useful, but sometimes it can be risky. So if you're doing some important editing, make sure to turn off auto ripple before you delete the piece of footage. This will help to keep the gap between the two pieces of footage on either side of the deleted piece of footage, thus keeping other media in their ideal positions. You can also add a title to your video in the Titles tab. Here you can choose from hundreds of absolutely free and awesome titles to find the perfect one for your video. Once you have the title selected, drag it to the timeline and adjust the length. Double-click on the title for editing options. Here you can change the text, preset, and size of your titles. For more cool features, click the Advanced button and you should be given an interface like this. Here you can change text color, add a border, add shadow, and even add animation. If you want a certain text field deleted, simply select the text field and click delete on your keyboard or the delete button up here. You can also add a text layer, shape layer, or even an image layer. Once you have all your editings done, click the OK button. When it comes to 2 pieces of footage, there is no awesomeness unless you use some cool transitions. Go to the Transition tab and select a transition you like. If you would like to preview how the transition looks like, simply double-click on it and it will open in the preview window for you. Once you have a transition selected, drag it in between the 2 pieces of footage like this. You can adjust the duration of the transition by left-clicking and dragging it from either side. Once you have your transitions added, you can add different effects to give your video a whole different look. Open the Effects tab and grab any effect you want to apply and drag it on top of all the other tracks. You can also adjust the length of the transition by left-clicking and dragging from either side. You can add as many effects as you want. Once you have your effects added, go ahead and add some elements to your video using the Elements tab to make your video eye-catching. Here you can reposition the elements by locking the other layers. Next, we come over to the toolbar below the preview screen. Here you have the previous frame, next frame, play, and stop. If you want to change the playback quality of your video, simply click here and select Full. This will put your video to the highest playback quality. You can change the project aspect ratio of your project by clicking this small icon and changing it to whatever aspect ratio, resolution, and frame rate you want. If you want to take a snapshot of any frame of your project, simply click the small camera button here and a snapshot will appear in your media section. You can control the sound of the whole project using this tool. If you want to watch your final video in full screen, click the full screen button here, and once you are done watching your video, click the exit full screen button here. Once you have done everything, render your video by clicking the render button. This will create a smooth playback. Next, click the export button to export your video to your local storage. Here you can give your video a name, choose a destination. And in settings, make sure the quality is put to best. Now in the free version of Filmora X, you have a watermark in your exported video. If you want a video without a watermark, make sure to click here and watch my video on how to get free lifetime access to Filmora X. That's it for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, like and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Stay home, stay safe.